This is the Digital Savage Experience Podcast, hosted by Roman Prokopchuk, bringing you all things digital marketing, tech, business, and motivation. What's stopping you from becoming relentless in all aspects of life? Are you ready to become a digital savage? Let's get into today's episode.
Everyone, this is Roman Prokopchuk, and this is a Digital Savage Experience, episode 33. Perspective is everything. So basically, what perspective you take or what perspective you have dictates pretty much everything in your life if you think about it. One story that I heard like a few days ago, which is super interesting, was an alcoholic had twin sons. When the twin sons grew up, one son became an alcoholic, and the other son proceeded to not have even a drop of liquor. So, two boys, twins, basically ended up on different sides. One followed in the footsteps of the father. One basically transitioned and made his own path. So, any situation, it's all about perspective, negative or positive. You have to put things in perspective and either move on or do something about it, but always be thankful and grateful for the experience. I don't think anyone out there has had a perfect life or the life that they expected in terms of 100% of the things happening to them that they wanted to. I think when life hits you, sometimes you're on a high or on a plateau, on the top of a mountain, reaching all your goals, and then out of nowhere, things crash down on you. So almost everything around you is temporary in terms of material things, your job, your situation. That can be changed in an instant. But the perspective you have basically dictates how fast things change into a positive or a negative direction. So for instance, if you lost your job, your perspective could be, why me? I'm useless, so on and so forth. Or you can look at it like, okay, there's bigger and better things. There's issues with this role in terms of the company. I don't hold any ill will towards them. I'll move on to something bigger and greater. So perspective and the mindset that you take will take you as far as you can go. If you are negative, if you let your basically situation or environment control your mindset, and have a perspective of, I live in the hood, I'm poor, I don't have a job, I work for minimum wage, I'm adopted, I'm an orphan, I'm so on and so forth, I have no money, I was, had some kind of traumatic experience happen to me. That's all very, hurtful and impacts you from an emotional and psychological level. But you need to move on and also think about it if somebody out there has been through the same thing and they've gotten past it. So if they got past it, you can get past it too. Just visualize something and have a positive outlook regardless. I mean, people around you, a lot of the time, if you try to be as positive as possible, they're going to try to bring you down. Get yourself out of the situation, have the perspective to succeed and move on, and just keep your mind positive, honestly. As long as you have that positivity, it'll drown out all the negative things around you. So putting things in perspective also, I'll give you a personal example. So me and my wife have been fostering two brothers for the past 3.5 months. And this past week, we thought they were going to be taken from us and going to the biological mother's cousin. So we thought about it, we cried about it, we got emotional about it, that they can't go, this is not in their best interest. But then looking about and what it actually was in terms of the situation, and thinking that we got to spend months with these great boys. Got to teach them a lot of stuff. Got to show them basically discipline and love and caring for them. And what would have been the alternative? They could have ended up in a foster home where they got abused or beat or sent to a relative where the situation was unfavorable. So basically switching that helped me calm down and see that everything happens for a reason. In the 3.5 months that we did have, we did everything possible to make their life great. And although it's painful, it is rewarding. So having that type of perspective, or even you can have perspective after the fact. So maybe your mindset was negative, you didn't have such a positive perspective, but then when you thought about a situation in terms of present or past, you switch that to a positive note. So it's never too late to change or switch up your perspective and move forward. Until next time, guys, take care.
This podcast has been brought to you by Nova Zora Digital. Find out how Nova Zora Digital can help your company grow online. Learn more at novazoradigital.com. Until next time, all you digital savages.